Do you guys see James Cameron say it wouldn't have gone down like that if I was there? That's crazy, man. It's been quite a news week. What do you think the odds are that Elon Musk and Zuckerberg actually go through with like a 1 round mixed martial arts slash boxing match? I mean, on Monday I would have said zero. I think possibly it's like 5% now. There's no doubt. I mean, I you do not have to hand it to him. But I've seen posts of Mark Zuckerberg say that like every year for Memorial Day he does that challenge, which is like run a mile, do 100 push-ups, or maybe it's 500. I don't know. It's something crazy like 300 push-ups, 300 pull-ups, 300 sit-ups, 300 burpees, and then run in like another mile or something like that. Hang on. And then he's like, this year I did it in 40 minutes. And I'm like, 40 minutes? And then the comments were full of people saying 40 minutes is a pretty good time. Shut up. It's an elite time to do that. Are you insane? Post a picture of yourself with your shirt off before you say it's a pretty good time. This is ridiculous. What is the Murph workout challenge? Okay, you ready? 1 mile run, 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 squats, and another 1 mile run, all done while wearing a weighted vest. That's crazy. Like 300 body weight squats and 2 1 mile runs is not that insane. Although with, I guess, a weighted vest, it would be a little bit more annoying. 100 pull-ups, man, with a weighted vest is staggering. I'm guessing he probably didn't do one set of 100, but either way, like that's. I'm trying to think of how I would do. I would probably have to do like 50 sets of 2 pull-ups. That alone would probably take me more than 40 minutes. And that's before I don't even want to think about how my arms would be after that and trying to do 200 push-ups with a weighted vest after that. And then, did you see the tail of the tape that said that Mark Zuckerberg's like 5'7", 150, Elon Musk 6'1", 187? Come on, man. How stupid do they think we are? And then people were actually saying like, I know Mark Zuckerberg's in like really good shape, but look at the weight advantage that Elon Musk has. And you're like, really? Are you stupid? It's not that these are not two untrained individuals stepping into the octagon. Mark Zuckerberg is insane. Didn't he get into like bow hunting his own elk or something like that? Because he was like, I don't want to eat meat unless I personally killed it. Also, he has like the Brazilian jiu-jitsu gold medal victories in tournaments and stuff like that. Like he's an insane person. Is public opinion swinging back in favor of Zuck? Yes and no, I would say. I think he has gone from probably the most hated billionaire. He has stayed in roughly the same position, and a bunch of people like surpassed him in hatedness. And you know what it is? I'll give him credit for this. He's like one of the only huge billionaires that seems to not want to be a celebrity. He's at least smart enough to like not tweet 35 times a day.
Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. That is going on the ribs. Sweet Baby Ray's. Sweet Baby Ray's. Sweet Baby Ray's. Sweet Baby Ray's is very good. Sweet Baby Ray's. Sweet Baby Ray's. We have just applied the Sweet Baby Ray's. Sweet Baby Ray's. Sweet Baby Ray's. Maybe throw some Sweet Baby Ray's on the ribs and take it from there.
Sweet Baby Ray's? I like Sweet Baby Ray's though. I'm not saying he's a good guy. I'm just Jeff Bezos disappeared once he left Amazon? Not really. He's showing up at the Miami GP looking like Crossbones. I guess that's not really like his fault, but it does seem to me like he kind of wants to be a celebrity. I don't feel like you see Mark Zuckerberg just like showing up at the Oscars and being like, check it out, I'm Mark Zuckerberg. It seems like most of the time, he strikes me as one of those guys who is in his flow state 100%. Like I think he takes himself very seriously. I think he's like, I can't go to Coachella this weekend because I'll miss, my training. Yeah, he's a cyborg, man. Anyway, I'm just killing time. I'm not a Zuckerberg fan. I deleted Facebook in like 2017 is my guess. I probably should have. Listen, here's what I'm going to say. I should have deleted it earlier, but you can't put yourself in my shoes unless you're my age. Because, like, mid to elder millennials, we were like the Facebook generation. We were like, holy cow, instead of a high school yearbook, we can have our yearbook online. Let's post, like, everything about our lives. And then it was, like, only a few years later that we were like, this is dumb as hell. I'm your age. I deleted it 10 years ago. I almost deleted it 10 years ago. Deleted it like 6 or 7 years ago. Who's your favorite billionaire? Don't do this. Don't. Because you know what it is? It's the same thing where, like, you give people, like, a no way out in the question. And then unless you say, I would choose neither, like, you look like an asshole, right? People are, there's no such thing as a good billionaire. You have to say that. But then you have to say, okay, you know what? I don't know, man. Because I'm sure they've all got stuff that they've done outwardly that are, like, not good. The image of Warren Buffett is not that bad. He goes through the McDonald's drive-thru. He buys distressed companies, and then he, like, rehabilitates them, and he is giving 90% of his wealth to charity when he dies. He hoards money that could save lives. You're doing the same thing, but with different words. You're saying there's no good billionaires. I don't agree, or I don't disagree, but you have to answer one. You can't just be like find another loophole. I would wish for infinite wishes. Wow, you're the smartest kid in the first grade. I would wish for fucking, I don't know. You know what? I would wish for a genie that doesn't have the infinite wishes loophole. Hey. Just don't acknowledge the question? No, I acknowledged it and we made a joke about it and that was good. That's a great question to find out if you're a critical thinker. Would you rather have $999 million or $1 billion? It's making you think, isn't it? Why would you say 999 million? It doesn't make sense. So they don't put me on the billionaire list? People don't care. The real question is, how are you going to get 999 million and then not become a billionaire? You'd have to be actually like the biggest idiot of all time. All of your money would have to be in Cardano. You would have to like keep it in like $1 billion in cash under your mattress. Because if you even deposited it into a bank account, you'd make like $10 million a year just in the interest from your checking account, much less a savings account. Would it fit under a bed? No, not absolutely. I mean, like, there's no shot $1 billion would fit under a bed unless you got the Idiocracy $1 million bill with President Dwayne Camacho on the front of it. You'd still have 1,000 of them. That would be pretty. It's still a lot. Maybe this is a wallet issue, but if I take out like $200 from an ATM, it doesn't even fit in my wallet right. And we're talking about where you're going to store $1 billion. Can it fit under your bed? I don't think so. Unless your bed is like the moon. That'd be weird, right? That doesn't sound that crispy. Okay, here's how today's stream is going to go. We're going to do FFXVI the whole time. In the middle, there will be 3 hours of sponsored FFXVI where I don't say the F word or talk about which billionaire I would suck off on the submarine if I had to with a gun to my head. So no one could blame you if you had a gun to your head. And then we'll close out the last hour with, that hypothetical or whatever. I don't want, like, the submarine thing, I still think that it's a tragedy. There can be multiple tragedies. I'm not as mean-spirited as everybody else online. That being said, I do love a good joke. And the intrusive thought that has been in my head the whole time is just tweeting, like quote tweeting something about like a news report about the submarine, and then my quote tweet just says, I know it smells crazy in there. It's not good. I'm not going to try to take the moral high ground for that, but that's just been running through my head forever. All right, we're back with Final Fantasy 16. I have no faith in myself that I am now. Corey, I don't know if you saw this already, by the way. I don't know if you're playing Final Fantasy 16, It's made for Gen Z, and I mean that in the best way possible. I had 13 buttons, okay, that I was trying to maneuver with here to get infinite combos. And then they added L2, and there's like 5 more buttons now, and I'm shooting breeze out of my hands. I'm scared that I'm not going to be able to hold it all together, man. And then everybody that I see on Twitter has got, oh, here's my 95 guaranteed hit confirmation combo for the early game. And I'm like, come on, man! Cut me some slack. Wait, who the heck is a man named Margrace? A mysterious man that many believe to be a dominant of fire. All right. Hang on. This man's name is Sidolphus Telemann.
This way.
J.K. Rowling ass name. Sidolphus Telemann.
What am I going to do? Barnabas?
You think she goes into the stylist and asks for the Rachel?
To the coastal road. At this pace, we won't make it by sunset.
He'll know. He'll cast me out like all the others. What am I going to do? What am I going to do?
My lady.
Carol.
My lady, we saved you. Now summon a wind current to get us out of here, please. My lady. Oh, never mind. They're also bad guys.
That's a good price, I reckon.
Well, we'd be doing the slavers a disservice if we didn't praise her work.
Stay away.
Flashbang out.
It's all right. They can't hurt you anymore.
Well, this is what could have happened if
Come
you
on.
didn't drop like a
go
statue on Sid's head. If you wanted him to save you, you shouldn't have dropped a statue on his head.
My punishment for not listening to you.
It's your punishment for dropping a statue on his damn head.
This wretched world.
She's still got a little Garuda in her. Garuda? Garuda?
Deserves to die. It all deserves to die. Die.
Oh, we're getting the Bradley Cooper Limitless. Yeah, sure, I'll drop my Garuga. I'll put my Garuga down. Joke's on you, I got another frickin' Garuga. What the heck is Twitch chat? There is hype chat. You know how it is when Twitch comes out with a new feature. You just, you know, for like a day, you're like, what is this? And then for the rest of its 6-month existence, you just ignore it. And then, like, they sunset the feature, and people go, I forgot that this existed. And then there's, like, op-eds about how, like, it had a lot of potential, but they never gave it the attention it deserved. And then you get the idea. Apollo goes hard in this game. Is he even playing this? He told me he was going to play it this weekend. But then, like, out of respect for my good friend Apollo, I didn't make this joke, but now you've offended me as a gamer, so I have no choice. I saw Apollo's stream title this morning, and it said, "We're gaming all day." Wouldn't you know it? The preview for the stream was his just chatting overlay. I'm just saying. I'm not even saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying it said, "We're gaming all day," and then when I went to the stream, it was a dog looking out of a telescope, okay?
The fat
Chocobo is a demanding mistress, and we are too few to keep her on her feet.
Stew! Men these days don't eat stew anymore, and they wear bracelets. Remember that?
For your trouble, I can offer you the contents of my strongbox and my enduring gratitude.
Are you the kitchen head? Not after my food poisoning. Help keep the fat chocobo running? Sure. I don't see why not.
I don't see why not.
Now, I have 3 hungry customers awaiting their victuals.
Oh wait, I get 500 gil for this?
Careful.
I'm not even messing with you. I thought that I paid 500 gil and I bought the establishment. Now I realize that I'm the waiter. I mean, this is a pretty good wage for 500 gil, brother. Like, this is a pretty good deal for 500 gil.
Your food.
I asked for the stew with no carrots, actually.
I was hoping it might be. Well, doesn't this look fine? Thank you, lad. You're new, aren't you?
I asked for a plain plate of noodles with a little bit of butter.
Well, he did say he'd give me something for my trouble.
And so he should. We're not slaves anymore. Well met, lad. And keep up the good work.
Me when someone brings me the food that I ordered. Well met, lad. What do I owe the pleasure? A fine pint of ale. Thank you for your hospitality.
Oh, my thanks. I hope you do not think me lazy for waiting to be served like a lord. Only my former master did not use me kindly, you see. You left me half lame, truth be told.
I ordered the branzino, so true. He ordered the burger. They asked him if he wanted cheese for 3 extra gil. He said no thanks. I mean, come on, it's 3 gil. So my food came, I ate my branzino. I went to the bathroom and fast traveled out of there and sent him a raven that said, thanks for the dinner. I paid for everything. Don't worry about it. What was I doing here again? Oh, yeah. I'm making for the eye of the tempest. I am a dominant and you're gonna hear me roar. Hey. What a song, man. Remember when Katy Perry was on top of the world? Oh, it was for free. Great song. I've stopped turning up my nose at Katy Perry. Whenever Katy Perry comes on when I'm on the Peloton, I think to myself, yes. I don't want staff in my chat asking me to get a clip where I say I'm going to kill the president. I'm joking. I know it's a reference to I think you should leave. It's just very funny. Bro, relax. It would be, maybe I do like artificial intelligence. Because I'm thinking about how, like, overpowered it would be to actually, like, have chat in your everyday life. Like, obviously you can't listen to chat for everything. There's times you need to march to the beat of your own drum. But, like, sometimes when you're driving, to have, like, 1,000... I guess that would actually lead to way more accidents. I was gonna say to have, like, 1,000 people being like, hey, make sure you look this way. Hey, make sure you look before you cross the street. Hey, make sure, have you put the car in drive yet? Have you... No, it's true. Because sometimes I'll just be driving and then, like, my wife will just ask me. She'll be like, hey, what do you want to have happen with, like, your body when you die? And I'm like, I'm trying to turn left on Granville Street right now. I can't focus on that while also trying to make sure I don't, I'm trying to turn left into an alley to get into a parking garage. There's 100,000 cars all traveling different speeds that are blocking me from turning. Finally, there's a space. A cyclist illegally is driving on the wrong side of the street. Okay, no big deal. The cyclist is gone. I try to turn left. Someone with a stroller is taking a cell phone call block. Okay, that's fine. I'll wait. Another 1,000 cars go through on the next light. But what do you want to have happen with your body when you die? Honestly, I think I'm kind of cool with, like, whatever. Yeah, now I got 100 cars behind me all honking the horn. Run somebody over. I'm 10 minutes late for something. I left 15 minutes late and recovered 5 minutes on the road, but I got 10 more minutes to recover on the road to be on time. I know that cremation is kind of getting canceled because it emits greenhouse gases. You could, like, do it in a green way or something, but I'm not getting shamed for being environmentally unfriendly in the manner of my body's disposal. Like, I'm dead. Just finally leave me alone for once.
Absolutely certain.
Going up. 5th floor, menswear. Oh, here we go. Okay, I'm ready. Garuda 2.0. But I'm also Garuda. Wait, you're Garuda? I'm Garuda. One of us is gonna have to change. Alright, that did no damage. So we're gonna need to keep our game face on here. I'm not your dad. I'm not your Garuda. I knew you're Garuda. Go inside. You'll find something called materia. Inside, there's something called the life force. One last dodge, and then you're done. One combo with perfect Hugos. One of those. One of these. One of these. And a super gouge. Oh! Dude, he's crazy. He's crazy. I better get some serious wind power from this. Why is the QTE 10 seconds of prompts? Listen, you don't want the answer. Console gamers. Am I right, fellow PC gamers? I don't know, I'm pandering now. Garuda Feld. Oh, baby. 500 gil? Why, I should just deliver a couple of stews, man. This is where chat spams me and who. I would say that Garuda, she's kind of like this game's Xenia Onatop. Well, talk about like the perfect time to throw in a slash marker and start a spiritually different segment here. It's Ifrit! My reaction when Ifrit shows up on the screen. That's Ifrit! But this is a legendary moment, isn't it? Because if Clive is Ifrit, doesn't that mean that Clive murdered his own brother?
Clive!
Was that not clear? It wasn't clear to me in the demo. But maybe I'm not very media literate. I'm not one of those guys that when I like watch a movie, I'm always trying to figure out what the twist is. Or like what's going on with this, what's going on with this guy. I kind of just sit back and watch it, and then when like a twist happens, I go, whoa, I never would have seen that coming. And then like the Reddit thread about the piece of media is like, it was obvious that this was gonna happen immediately. Skyfall. You're not crushing any more people with rocks today, Garuda. No more crushing adults with rocks into thinking they're stars. I bet you can't sing Skyfall. You'd be 100% right. Also, I don't know the lyrics to Skyfall. Because somebody made Help me! Help me! Somebody made a version of Skyfall about a cursed mall, a so-called liminal space in Vancouver called the Kingsgate Mall. And those lyrics are stuck in my head instead.
Your shopping stress is at an end. You say you don't have much to spend. Well, here's a mall on which you can depend, for this is Kingsgate Mall. At the dollar store you can buy a Brabby doll.
That was my good arm! You got me looking blue and orange like the Iron Man 2 poster. Scary Movie 2 style, take my strong hands. Come on, let me mash. Let me mash to win the beam struggle. Oh! Oh, the haptic feedback. I mean, if you don't like this, you don't like good old-fashioned entertainment. That's what I'm gonna say. You keep blowing off each other's limbs, they keep growing back. It's like the moral of the story of Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. How happy is the blameless vessel's lot, the world forgetting by the limb forgot? -2? Really? I thought there was an erudite comparison. $197,000 damage? Garuda slain? I know what you're thinking, level 18. I'm probably one of the best gamers in the Final Fantasy realm right now, for sure. Now, have I ever beaten Ultima Weapon Mythic Raid with a 17-person static? No. I soloed it. You think Garuda's dead now? No, but I don't think that it's like a Deus Ex Machina. I think that the gods are just predestined from a higher power to fight themselves over and over, just to keep killing each other, you know, with the whole world being their battlefield for all of eternity. It's their lot in life. Holy cow, another one? It's Ramuh! He's just a dude with a beard. Someone said that yesterday and I was like, no way. But it is!
I said stop.
Mom said it's my turn to be the dominant. That's a pretty good move. I don't really have an answer to that one. My daughter, after she eats penne marinara for 18 dinners in a row. So true. Kids suck at eating pasta, dude. It's crazy. Dude started walking like he was doing a 30-minute new metal. It's just gonna make a Peloton joke. Let's just cancel it. 30-minute Dennis Morden Linkin Park walk. There we go. It just it's hard to get the right words in the right order. Odin! Someone said Odin's just a guy. Wrong. That's not a guy. That's a guy on a horse, dude.
Desperate.
I remember, dude, the summon cutscene for Odin in Final Fantasy VII is so sick.
Quicker.
when his spear goes up and then it like pierces the clouds and you see the blue sky like the third Matrix movie. Bomb it! Ah! Holy dude.
It's Muhammad! The prince is with us!
I'm gonna be honest, as Ifrit, I'm not sure I got a chance, man. These guys seem way more powerful than me. Holy cow. Dude, I was just watching! My arcane missiles went awry. Holy cow, look, he's got two huge... What even are those, man? He looks like a seaplane. I'm tired. You do it. I bet it's orange Gatorade in there. Glug, 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 glug. Oh, man. Whoa, I just had the craziest dream.
I killed Joshua.
It's amazing, like, how nude you can get without being nude.
Ah, you're awake. You're just full of surprises. First that trick with Garuda, then whatever the hell that other
Like,
thing
he's
was.
not nude. It's like when the Terminator spawns in. And, like, he's got a bent knee that perfectly covers his you-know-what.
Hey?
Or like when Austin Powers and Vanessa are on their honeymoon. And sorry, this is a pivotal scene. I'm my own worst enemy, man. I can't stop talking.
So end it! End it now! Please! Please! Ah!
I reckon I can take it. If that's what you want.
Actually, Ifrit is a rock and fire type. Lightning is half effective.
Timeless wisdom. You might as well make yourself useful.
Get dressed, please. It's an ad.
Pretty as you are, you're not my type.
Why are they so hot? Bro, all they do is like physical exercise and then like eat fruit and meat. Like how could they not be hot? All they do is swing like a 15-kilogram sword all day, then go home and have like a ham hock and 10 apples. Ladies really out here sweeping the stone, huh? She's gonna be at it for quite some time. I mean, it's an open air cave. Like, it's built dirty. That's wood. Well, if that's dusty, man. That is dusty. She's just sweeping the dang dust into the cracks between the stone. She's sequestering the dust.
Listen,
they swept the dirt in medieval times. They were so silly back then. If it was me, I would have used a vacuum cleaner.
While you've been relaxing in your cell, Gav's been busy sniffing out your dominance.
Excuse me, I was unconscious. 5'11" versus 6 foot. It's crazy how like hair actually adds like 2 inches onto your height. That's so annoying. No wonder people meet me and they're like, "Oh, I thought you were taller. Like you're only like 6'3". I thought you were like 6'7".
What do you want?
No, I was If I was 6'7", I'd be dominating the NBA right now. What's going on up here, man? I don't think I want to go up there. I'm scared. Alright, just don't touch that. Okay, guys, it seems like the Titan Dominant must be around somewhere. He's doing his rock spin technique. Be on your guard, okay?
Clive doesn't have your nose, I said. He'd stumble off a cliff, I said.
Well, that's the trouble with a nose like mine. Can't help sticking it where it's not wanted. But if it wasn't for you two, my sniffing days would be over. Thank you.
He knows what he's saying.
Truly.
So, what news?
Why does he love nose puns? Bro, that's Gav. He's a legend. He's so crazy, I love him.
One thing.
Gav,
Him and his mate are on their way to your old stomping ground, Rosaria. You should have seen what they did to the Imperials who tried to stop them. There's no question about it. He's a dominant fire, all right.
he can't be.
Clive,
Come on.
I saw you turn into
3
an eikon
dominants
before
of
my
fire?
very eyes. And yes, there's a good chance it was you who killed the Phoenix. But we weren't alone, were we? There was the fellow you saw enter the whirlwind.
4 icons of fire, Jeremy.
I saw him.
4 icons of fire.
You didn't dream it, Clive. He's out there. But I do know one thing. You're gonna find him and find out.
Is he Niles posting? No, that's that's Mark from Peep Show. I'm Peep Show posting.
You swore you'd avenge your brother's death. That you'd never rest until you'd hunted down the man responsible. So, find out if this man's responsible and kill yourself if he's not.
Sid,
Don't thank me. Thank Gav.
Is this guy a therapist? I smell the beginning of a beautiful friendship. I gotta get me one of those.
No birds returning this year.
Like a little tripod with a hook that you can hang a cast iron bowl on top of a fire.
We'll be in Rosaria
Why?
in a day
I don't
or
know.
two.
It's aesthetic. Like, who needs a stove if you got one of those?
Back to where it all began.
Making my kid Annie's mac and cheese in a tripod made of branches with a bowl hanging off a hook. It's Joshua! I told you, no icons in this game die because they're immortal. They're destined by a divine force to brawl for all of eternity. He's literally a phoenix? Yeah, but he didn't have any feathers left by the time I was done with him.
Your friend. She's awake.
right.
Record scratch? Bet you're wondering how I got into this case. Yep, that's me, the icon of flame. That's my brother, the icon of flame. That's my friend, the icon of lightning. And my friend just woke up, the icon of ice. Dunk, 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 dunk. This is Arrested Development. Dunky dunk, dunky dunk, dunk.
Oh, give it to me straight. How long have I got?
Who knows?
All in good time.
Hello. I love these, by the way. When did these go out of style? People living in like an old barrel? Circle house with a rectangular door? An Oakland house with an LA door? Whoa! Okay.
It's true then. It really is you.
It is.
I thought he was gonna ice her.
Clive!
I thought your career fell off after
alive.
Shoot 'em up.
Forgive me, but how did you ever come to be there, Jill? Fighting for them.
She's got to work on her hair elastic form, I gotta say.
Iron blood.
It looks like it's just
Invaded not long
painter's
after
taped
the
back
news
there.
arrived. about Phoenix Gate. Rosaria had lost her leaders. The duchy was in chaos. The Iron Kingdom saw our weakness and pounced upon it. They killed the men.
NL giving hair advice. Now I've seen it all. Be that as it may. Why is this marked N for mature? Dan, they show everything. Well, they don't show everything, but they show everything but everything, if you know what I mean. Also, like 10 dudes have gotten their heads cut off.
And everything changed.
It was me. I killed Joshua.
No, that's not true. I know you. You wouldn't do that.
It wasn't me.
It's the
It was the one-armed man.
I changed into him again. Not long ago. The second icon of fire. The one responsible.
Clive.
Not BMing for real? Can you skip the cutscenes? Why would you play Final Fantasy and skip the cutscenes? It's like watching a Marvel movie and skipping the part where Iron Man puts his suit on.
Man. He spoke to me.
Hey, I'm sick of this Iron Man guy. Can we go back to Tony Stark building his Iron Man suit?
Clive, we should go back there, to Phoenix Gate.
I heard they opened a great Mexican restaurant.
I need to know what really happened. And so do you. You need to know for certain.
They have
And
bruncheritas.
if what you told me is
It's like a
true,
Bloody
and
Mary
you did
with
what you
tequila in
said
it.
you did, then we will face it together.
Jill,
Bottomless potions. So true. Bottomless potions. 100 gil, all you can eat.
All right.
I actually want to go to Aqua more than I want to go to
You'll
Phoenix
be needing
Gate.
a change of clothes then. Out you go.
I thought she was throwing her voice.
We wouldn't want you getting overexcited.
Excuse me?
Sorry.
0 guild? Are you crazy? Fine, I'll do it.
All right, I'll go.
Marvelous. Thank you. You'll be rewarded for your time, of course.
Yeah, okay. I know something you don't know.
Gotan's Bales. It's on the outskirts of Lostwig. Not the safest place for an unaccompanied bearer, perhaps, but the soil there is second to none.
Yeah, Dan, you're the master of making rage bait and not calling attention to it. I gotta tell you, the video of you pouring cereal.
Cereal or milk? What comes first? Let's just end the debate right now.
And first off, like, you'd think that the rage bait would be how you put the milk in first and then the cereal, but the real rage bait is how to put the cereal into the bowl. You just reached your hand inside of the box and grabbed a handful of cereal and then salt bait it into the bowl. Like, that was... That's insulting. Truly degenerate behavior.
Are you hurt?
She's like, I had it.
It would have been worse if you hadn't come along. Wait, I've seen you around the hideaway. You're new, aren't you?
I'm Clive.
And I'm Martelle. But what are you doing here?
What do you mean, what am I doing here?
This is no place for a bearer on her own.
I noticed that.
Your boss
This
sent me
soil's
out
not
here
gonna
to
collect
save your
yourself.
life.
Then what if I gathered it for you? You could head back to the hideaway. Just exactly what sort of dirt is it that you need?
What I need is soil. But I'd be a fool to refuse your help after what just happened.
Martelle rizzed
It's
up
the good
baby
stuff
Clive?
you're looking
Wait,
for.
he might be the new
Dark,
Riz god?
Rich, fragrant. You'll know it when you find it.
Dark, rich, and fragrant.
Stop.
Right. That inn at the top of the hill must be Martha's Rest. Gav said the landlady's a friend.
But can we say the same for her?
What is this, the Murph Challenge?
Imperials don't tend to
600-yard jog in a weighted vest?
I'm a branded soldier.
This guy took his sister to homecoming. Be honest. Have you watched, like, 20 streams that have gotten to this point just so you could workshop that joke?
Where's that fool of a peddler got to?
He couldn't come himself. His
Excuse me. Boy, to have that problem. We should all be so lucky.
Excuse me. Would you happen to be the landlady?
Depends who's asking and why they have.
If Gen Z is asking, I am not the landlady.
For protection, which hopefully won't be needed. If you can advise me on the safest route to the west.
It's your friend here I'd be worried about. Bearers don't have an easy time of it in Rose area. Even a Stratton lad like him might attract the wrong kind of attention. And if he gets nabbed, it ain't likely to end well for you either.
Then we'll just have to stay out of the malicious way. Gav said you might be able to help us.
Gav? Big nose Gav?
Follow me.
Gav the sniffer? The smeller in chief? The big cheese? Gav? That Gav?
Sorry for before. Can't be too wary of strangers asking questions in our game. I'm Martha, an old
She
friend
knows
of
she's in a
Sid's.
game?
He said he had high hopes for a bearer who joined
What is
recently.
going on?
I expect that's you.
Can hardly buy a jug of milk for 1,100 gil these days. It is crazy. What's the annual inflation like in Phoenix Gate?
I don't care what your orders are.
I thought he was talking on his cell phone. I'm losing my mind. They're bending reality here.
You're Bernard the carpenter, yes?
I am. I didn't realize my name was known so widely.
I'm a friend of Martha's. She asked us to come and find you.
Well, I'm very grateful for it. I just finished checking these piles when I turn around. I see a gang of slavering monsters looking to feast on my flesh. If you hadn't come when you did...
It is Abraham Lincoln.
Snipped into strips by now.
We're just glad you're safe.
I best go and give my regards to the landlady.
Thank you for saving my life. Now I can pursue my goal of being the 11th president of the United States.
Of course. I said I'd take a look at it, but it clean slipped my mind. I'll head up there
16th?
straight away.
Listen, I'm not from your country, okay? I thought that was a pretty good guess. I think if you ask the average person what number of president Abraham Lincoln was, the average person would say like 6th.
You ain't pulled that sword from its scabbard in days. Come on, come inside.
Ma'am, I'm spoken for, I think. I don't know. I got a good thing going here.
Can I get you a drink or anything while you wait? Flagon of Imperial Gold, perhaps? Tastes like swill.
Imperial Gold, that's 5.5%.
No, thank you.
I'll take a Chimay
Found the
Blue.
truth about why there are so few bearers around here.
Yes. There were more of them when we were young. Far more.
Is this the Empire's doing? Have they been sent away?
She knows more about beerers, I think.
Seems the miners at Drake's Head are having a hard time keeping up with demand of late. So the bearers make up the shortfall.
Drake's Head? Boy, I sure hope
Like
it does.
Not anymore.
Sweeping the dirt, huh? Keep up the good work. You ever think about, like, there's a lot of genres of stores on Earth that you will probably never go into from the day you're born until the day you die? I always see people in Vancouver walking around with, like, a sage bag. S-A-J-E. I think they sell, like, natural health products and fragrances, essential oils and stuff like that. Never been inside of one. Don't think I will ever go inside of one, though. I'm going to remain ignorant to the whole market the entire time I'm alive on planet Earth. Kind of like you in dispensaries. You're not wrong. Also, like, I always have my kid with me, and they don't allow minors, so it's like, if I hadn't already missed my window, like, I've definitely missed it now. I got dragged into that store once, and it gave me a headache real bad. That's how I feel with Lush. Like, I'm not necessarily, like, anti-Lush. Ooh, nice try. But if I spend more than 10 minutes inside of the store, then I'm gonna get a headache for sure. Also, the salespeople are, like, really friendly, but they also They always come over and they're like, do you need help with anything? And I'm like, nah, brother, it's just bath bombs. Like, pretty, you just kind of set it and forget it, right? Like, there's not... Do they come with, like, an instruction manual? Like, what are you going to tell me? Oh, this one smells really nice. Really? Me when I'm... The FBI agent who watches me when he sees me try to light the fuse on my bath bomb. There we go. There's something there. I love when he just kicks him. Something about, like, kicking a monster. Don't goo me, I'll goo you.
You know what to do, boy.
Not like that, you sickos. Don't debase me by putting double entendres where they don't exist. An implied double entendre. Forgill. Turn down Forgill. You know what I'm talking about? Do people still say that? Sorry, that should have been, does it hurt them more if you hit them from the back? And I was going to say, not if you're doing it right. And then chat would have been like, ha 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 ha. So true. But I ruined the double entendre. See, that's there. I'm inserting a double entendre where it should have gone.
Thank you, Father.
Dum da dum ch dum da da ch bring. You know what I'm talking about? You ever see Lost in Translation? No? You should, it's pretty good.
I must offer
Shut
my
up.
own thanks for the medicine you so kindly brought.
Don't you tell us to watch things? I mean, it's been out since 2003. Like, you've had 20 years to watch Lost in Translation.
To see Martha, pray tell her that 2 more have succumbed.
Boring. Come on. It's good. It's good. Okay, old ass. What? I didn't hear. I was like 15 when I saw it. They should have just gotten the translator. It's not like a madcap story about like Bill Murray not understanding Japanese, okay? It's a meditation on the increasingly isolating nature of our modern times. Get ready to learn Japanese, buddy. 2003 ain't modern? Well, that's when they made it. Like, it was modern when they made it. You imagine you're surprised when you find like some postmodern art that was made in like 1891. Postmodern in the past? I don't get it. This guy looks like someone, but I can't place it, which is bizarre because he's like 6'8" and built like a rectangle. No, it's in the face. Something in the face. James Corden? Hey, it might be James Corden.
So I could.
No, stop. I gotta see him again. Bring him back. He does look a little bit like Bear. If Bear was 6'8", 290 pounds of pure hauling power, if Bear was James Corden. Don't do Bear like that. What are you doing? Getz isn't fat. He's husky. You see how much weight he's hauling, man? Husky means fat? Now, yeah, but back in 873, it meant you were like the son of a farmer or something like that. I'm using the 873 sense of the word.
You there, over here.
That's me, Frederick Hunter.
Excuse me.
But wait a minute, this guy kind of looks like Bear too.
Curse my luck. I'm branded. No time to haggle with whoever holds your leash.
This guy kind of looks like Jack Harlow without the ramen hair.
That's the slumbering chocobo you wearing. Do us a
Face
favor.
blindness?
Get rid of him, will you?
Bro, nothing tilts me like when people who are face blind tell me that I have face blindness. This guy, if Jack Harlow got the Matthew Fox haircut from Lost, you would be like, oh my god, it looks exactly like this guy. You know what the thing is? I'm not face blind. You're wearing hair sunglasses. Because this hairstyle is different, you're like, oh, it's pulled the veil of hair over my eyes. Shave your head. You should shave your head. Right now. Hang on, starving wolf? Nobody starves on my watch, okay? Time to die.
You're Clive Rossfield.
No pictures. Drew Barrymore! Drew Barrymore, 1999.
Hannah, Rodney Murdoch's wife.
Lady Hannah.
Oh, I knew it was you. You haven't changed at all. The Lord Marquis and Jill too. It's so good to see you both again.
I'm still laughing at the Corey quote where he did the female filter on himself in the Face app, and then he said, wow, this is messed up. It looks like what would happen if my mom and my dad had a baby. Oh, man. I've been thinking about that quote all week, dude. It's like, it's one of the funniest things I think I've ever heard.
Mine is yours.
Oh, man. That's right, it looks like if my mom effed my dad. Oh. Yo, do you mind if I ask, what's your rent?
Understand fleeing from those iron blood brutes. But oh, to take to the road at such a tender age.
What's your rent and what do you do for work?
Wasn't easy.
She's got the church pew dining chairs, man.
Do you think you will stay here, in Eastpool? Rosalith still enjoys the Mother Crystal's blessing, does it not? You could always move.
This house holds a lot of memories for me. So long as I can live here in peace, here I shall stay.
Rent control.
Not that it matters. The capital is closed to civilians, by order of the Duchess. Or should I say, Her Imperial Majesty.
She's on a 2%, 30-year mortgage. She can't afford to move.
Would my mother not make an exception for you and your husband? Surely she would not refuse the Lord Commander.
You haven't heard then.
That the bird is the word, is it? A bird? Bird.
He never returned from Phoenix Gate.
I remember that part, yeah. We're all trying to find the guy who did this. You've got fire coming out of your shoulders. You ever think about the fact that she's ice and we're fire? Two things that go very well together. They don't go well together? What, you've never had, you never used Icy Hot? Are you calling the developers of Icy Hot liars?
When we looked up at the moon, I said a prayer to Metia, and that prayer was answered.
Hey, was that red dot always there? Yes? Oh, okay. I thought that was Bahamut.
You came back to me. The heavens must have a plan for us.
Jill raised up Clive? They're saying Clive might be the new Drip King?
You look just like Elwyn did when he was your age.
How did you
Wrong.
come to have some of my father's old clothes?
Excuse me, Elwyn was blonde?
Oh, before Elwyn
And he had a
came
chin
on.
strap.
Our
You
families
insult
spent the
me.
summer together. He and Rodney were like brothers. These clothes have been in a wardrobe for years, collecting cobwebs along with everything else.
Elwyn was your dad? Oh, never mind.
I'm very grateful for
Whoa, 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 hang on though. Why does she have the king's garb in her wardrobe? Scandalous. Did Rodney know? She just explained it? Oh, okay. Drama! A new sword? Excuse me? 165 sword? Invictus? One of a set of 7 swords said to have been forged in the flames of Mount Drustanus. I guess it's Mount Drustanus. Oh,
take us all the way to
man.
Let's go.
Sheesh. Mount Drustanus, of course. I'm not familiar with the topography of the realm.
You? Those are Elwyn's. By the flames. You're his firstborn. Clive Rosfield.
You're mistaken.
Oh, you can't fool me, my lord. You're the very image of your father.
Me when I'm holding 2 handfuls of groceries and my neighbor stops me to talk about construction for 45 minutes before I'm allowed to go back inside my house.
She always swore that she would never part with them until the day Elwyn's sons returned.
I was at the door. Maester Pycelle, I was at the door.
When the Ironbloods sacked Rosalith 13 years back, many who lost their masters fled here in search of sanctuary.
Her ass is not doing anything.
Aye. The plan was to
She's
send
that.
them home once
That's
we won back
pretending.
the capital. But then the Imperials
Oh no! I'm inspecting the straw. No, I'm inspecting the straw.
was dissolved and they no longer had any home to return to. One of the bearers is an elderly fellow who still swears absolute loyalty to Archduke Elwyn. I don't ask that you take him into your service, only that you meet with him. Let him see that Elwyn's son still lives, and that he's as fine a man as his father ever was.
It would be my honor.
Thank you, my lord.
Okay.
He sits by the well most days, watching the people go about their business. If you could show him your face, I would be most grateful.
Because he's doing the okay. You see what I'm saying? The hand on the hip.
Ah, you mean the old boy who always waits by the well?
Yes, that's him.
What business do you have with him, if you don't mind me asking?
Old boy.
Capital too, are
Old boy.
We are.
Old space boy. Dan's game. Old boy. Bat chest. Hello. It's just sweeping the dirt. Look at what being a bearer does to people, man. He's cleaning the dirt. Little bro's cleaning the dirt. Finn Wolfhard is Patrick, the Chocobo Keeper. Troubled youth.
Where the bloody hell's he got to?
He's an elderly man.
This
who
guy
used to
is
work in
like
the Rosalind
42.
Castle kitchens, yes?
Troubled youth. Well, he's troubled. He's troubled.
I've never seen you in Eastpool before.
I'm only 17, man. I've had a hard life. You try keeping the chocobos. I was one step away from going through the door, man. One step. Universe where frat college guys drink wine instead of beer.
Let's go home.
That would be sick. That would be cool.
You came for me. I waited
Just
for
picturing
you so
someone
long.
pouring a bunch of like Sauvignon Blanc into like a funnel 7 stories up, and then like someone at the bottom. Glug, 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 glug. Bro, I was lit last night. I had like 2 bottles.
Yes. Pray forgive my long delay.
I was quaffing Merlot all night.
I prayed to the founder that you would come, and at long last, he answered.
Barrel stands.
Will we be
So
returning
true.
to the castle then?
Starting your own vineyard in your frat house's backyard so you can make your own wine to save $10 a week.
Returning to the castle, not yet. I'm on a very important
Heavy Ohio energy for sure.
one which may take some time.
Okay, don't look back. If anyone says Prithee, have you a moment, sire? Just keep going, okay? That one little side quest cost us like 45 minutes.
There it is. Phoenix Gate. Where it all went wrong.
Come on, Clive.
Clive, get back in the movie. It's time to make Children of Men 2. An Apple TV exclusive. The baby from Children of Men 1 is grown up, but they're evil. No! They should make Children of 2 Men. They already did. It's called Twins, I think. Junior, right? Not Twins. Junior, the other DeVito Schwarzenegger joint. A lot of baby movies in the 90s. Twins,
Time had stood still.
3 Men and a Baby, Look Who's Talking, the movie where the baby talks or communicates telepathically, and it has John Travolta's voice. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Honey, I Blew Up the Kids. Honey, I Microwaved a Marshmallow to make the marshmallow 4 times larger than a regular marshmallow. Honey, I'm Taking the Kids. And going to stay at my sister's house. Walter shocked.
What is it, Torgal?
First Walter shocked of the day. Dylan, I'm gonna eat the whole thing.
Clive.
Oh, he must smell my dog.
That's him. Another gate.
This better not be the Hall of the Ancestors. That sounds a lot like the Temple of the Ancients. I don't wanna... If anybody's played Final Fantasy VII, the Temple of the Ancients is PTSD.
You could hardly call it a real
What happens there? For average people, some very emotional moments happen in the Temple of the Ancients. For me, the real trauma is just trying to find my way through the frickin' maze. You're walking like MC Escher on top of stuff that you're going upside down on these staircases and then trying to figure out, I just want to fight the wall. I just want to fight the living wall. That's where you get morphed, though. I feel like I need to re-up my materia knowledge. The wall is his ground. Wouldn't it be cool if Cat Sith was crawling up around on there, scooting around like a little bug? Oh, dude! Star Wars Episode 1? What are you doing? I'm so embarrassed for everybody that said droidekas. What are droidekas? They were the Star Wars round ball droids. I thought they were just called droids. They really do have a lightsaber though. How about that? Level up! The rolling ball droid that was never seen again.
How can these things still function?
NL, actually, the rolling ball droid was seen all the time in the superior Star Wars animated show, The Clone Wars. No! I heard the show was good, but it was on Teletoon, and I stopped watching Teletoon when I was like 11 years old. Huge whiff. Huge whiff. It was superior, though? I've heard that. I've heard that about it. Is Teletoon Canadian Cartoon Network? Yeah, kind of. YTV is like our Nickelodeon. Teletoon's kind of like our Cartoon Network. Favor of the Wind. Me when I get into bed with my wife and fart under... Sorry, I remember this is a sponsored segment of the stream. I'd like to apologize. Anyway, hang on a second here. It's a good time to remind you, we are playing Final Fantasy 16 here. This segment of the stream is sponsored by Square Enix. Thank you, Square Enix, for the sponsorship. Exclamation point FF16. It is out now on PS5. You can check it out in stores. You can check it out on the PSN store. And you can download the demo for yourself by clicking the link that is in the command that Nightbot says whenever you type !FF16. I've been having a great time playing the game, sponsorship and no sponsorship. I've been enjoying myself immensely. It's a perfect jumping off point or jumping in point for someone who's been out of the Final Fantasy series for a while, which I think aptly describes me. Most of my experience prior to Final Fantasy 16 in the last 10 years of Final Fantasy was being a Final Fantasy husband, which meant sometimes going to bed alone because my wife was doing Mythic difficulty raids with her static. Mythic isn't a Final Fantasy thing? Savage! That's it, Savage. Classy, bougie, ratchet. What class does Kate main? She hasn't played in a while, I think. When she played, she was a scholar, and then she had another character that was something else. I don't remember what that something else was, though. Samurai? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know.
Excellent.
I don't know. You're making me feel like a bad husband. You said it, not us. I was a good husband. I could have gone to bed at 4 a.m. like her. Instead, I got up early enough that I could still do my job. Keep the wheels on the house. Metaphorically speaking. Was? Well, that was a while ago. Bro, a little tank is such a funny concept, though. I'd say that's true. A tiny person who can sustain a lot of abuse. It sounds like me when I stayed over at my... It was verbal abuse. I was staying over at Joan Rivers' house, and she was making fun of my outfit. She was saying, "What are you wearing?" And I was like, "It's a shirt with a baseball bat that has baseball written on it, because I like baseball." I like when music does that. I like when it goes do 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 do. Is there a word for that?
It's worth a closer look.
Is this hard style? That's an arpeggio. Yes, this when music gets Stranger Thingsified. I heard Stranger Things just rizzed up Final Fantasy. Are they the new arpeggio god? Aren't you playing an arpeggio right now? I get it. An RPG. Chat, it's not super chat. Super chat's a different thing. Okay, this is hype chat. It's distinct, okay? See, super chat goes like this. It's like you type a message, you attach some money to it, and it gets pinned up at the top. Hype chat is like you attach some money to it, it's like boom, here it is, and then it hangs around for a little bit. When was the last time you had tonkatsu? I don't eat it anymore because it's one of the foods that irritates my stomach. Something about the oil content or something like that. So what I do is like sometimes my wife orders it and then I just eat like 2 pieces of it. I'm not beating the bad husband allegations. What does Kate steal from your order? If we both order sushi and it's like a similar combo, like let's say it comes with a few pieces of bespoke sushi and then some rolls, I will always swap my like tuna with Kate and take her mackerel. Like I'll take the fishiest fish that she has and give her my tuna. Because I love an oily fish. I'm not, I mean, sure the tuna's great, but I'm not, it's not that precious to me. I would give up my 1 piece of tuna for sure and take the ones that she doesn't like as much. That's why they call me Big Tuna. Did you hear that Todd Packard just rizzed up Big Tuna? Stop. It's not fair. I was away when everybody did the Baby Gronk memes. Then when I came back, people were like, hey, catch up on the Baby Gronk meme. Now I'm at peak Baby Gronk meme, and people were like, bro, we're memeing on like the submarine now. You're not Livy. You're not an intellectual. I rizzed up Baby Gronk classically and contemporaneously to get him to commute to LSU. I walked Livy out on stage. Who are you? You're nothing. You don't respect the rizz that serves as the way to crown a new drip king. What are you talking about, tinnitus? What is he, like, one of the Roman emperors? Right after Cincinnatus?
You're him.
Share a moment from a video game where... Share your favorite I'm him moment.
Who are you?
From a video... Share a moment from a video game. Share an I'm him moment from a video game that gets people like this. You! Share a photo from your photo reel that says I'm him. What is this bit? It's a Twitter bit. Why does your finger look like that? What are you talking about? It's perspective. The perspective's making it look all weird. What's wrong with it?
I'm back.
What's the issue? Your hand doesn't do this?
Joshua!
Sorry, this is a touching moment. His hand is backwards? What do you mean? It's not backwards at all. I can bend it the other way.
I did this.
Clive's stuck in the dang metaverse.
Joshua chose me to be his shield. He gave me his blessing and asked me to keep him safe. I should have protected him that day. It was my duty.
Clive.
Joshua.
Chat GPT Joshua. Ever wanted to talk to the icon of fire? Well, now, using artificial intelligence, you can. A thread. This one doesn't really bend up like that as much, huh? Just the right hand.
Joshua died. I killed him.
And I blamed another for what I did. To spare myself the guilt.
And now? Are you ready to accept the truth?
I am. I know it won't be easy, but it's what I must do. So that Joshua's soul can find...
Rip Bozo. I was so close to saying, did you hear that Baby Gronk got rizzed up by Livy? I was so close. Bro, you're us. Don't be mad.
No matter how bitter the truth that awaits me, I will press on. Come, Ifrit. Show me who you truly are.
He is fighting his demons. That's admirable. I've hooked him. Oh, this is gonna sting. Gouge times 25, gouge times 30. Whiff times 1. Do some damage. Do some. Bro, he's so close. Okay, new PB incoming. And then the ult at the end. $16,000. Is that good? Did I break it?
Not this time.
You heard the man, not this time. This might be the first game I've ever seen NL be good at. I'm kind of crazy. Perfect dodge 14 times in a row. What, like it's hard? You should have mained the lance, not the gun lance. What are you talking about? Gun lance, you go tick, chick, tick, the chick, tick, the chick, zip, and then hold your shield up for 25 minutes? That's my style, isn't it? It's me.
No escape, eh?
Clive is your dad. It's me, young Clive. You as a teenager.
From you.
It's me, you as an old man.
Together. Then.
You guys remember when Luke Skywalker was in the inside of the tree in the Dagobah system?
Once and for all.
2 bars of super meter? I guess I'll accept the truth by pressing in both sticks at the same time.
Show yourself, Ifrit.
I don't know what happened, but I'm owning. Oh, you're gonna make me go Ifrit mode? That's when you scoop up. I'm kicking my ass. Do you mind?
Enough. I know the truth of it now. You are not Ifrit. I am.
It's Power Rangers. Holy cow, fully refilled health bar. They know what they're doing with the spectacle, man. New fist bump emote just dropped. Holy. Two Ifrits with the little Clive in the middle? Okay. Clive vanquished. That's a lot of XP. I wish my dreams went this hard. That's very true. All I dream about is like, hey, it's the day of the final exam, but oh, you look at the first question and you're like, oh, I never went to class the whole semester. Professor's gonna know I didn't go to class, man. I'm gonna get kicked out of school. Oh, trophy! I feel like we all learned a little bit about ourselves inside of that cave. We broke all those Ring doorbells in there, though. They're going to need to get new security. I'm not answering any questions about the sub, okay? I don't know anything about the sub.
Are you sure you're all right? Whatever it is, you can tell me.
I had a hard enough time telling myself. I awakened as a dominant of fire.
It's an allegory for
castle.
understanding that you have male pattern baldness as a young man.
But now I know for certain who I really am.
I'm a
second
bald.
icon of fire who killed my brother and burned this castle to the ground was me. Ifrit.
Clive.
I took so many lives that night and destroyed so many more.
Jill, I'm going to need you to click in both sticks to accept the truth, no matter how hard it is.
And I must atone for the crimes I've committed. But not before I learn the whole truth. How can a second icon of fire even exist? And why was I chosen as its dominant?
She has a Logitech. Too soon. Do you think sales of that controller are like through the roof this week?
I might as well make myself useful.
Like, do you think at Logitech HQ they're like, it's tragic news, but like at the same time, like wheels out a graph? Look at this. Their stock dove? Is it a pun or is it real?
And you haven't changed a bit.
Did the Navy come out and say the controller Bluetooth messed up or something? They're down 3%. Okay, but what's the NASDAQ down today? If they're down 3%, it's down 12% this month.
Thank you, Jill.
Okay, what's it at the year to date? I don't look on a month to month, okay? Minus 14% year to date. Okay, that's not so good. The great news is you can lose 14% every year and still never hit zero. Where's my chalky milk? I told you to bring me some chalky milk.
Tell me.
My daughter, when there's basil in her pasta, even though she doesn't like green stuff.
Suffer the same fate.
The man who delivered the coffer said, he said Sid paid him.
Me when I ordered one barbecue, one sweet and sour, but they put 2 sweet and sour in the bag.
And this is how you repay me? Find out where he is. I'll crush him, flay him, rip out his heart, him and all his filthy brood. And send every last one of them to hell.
Me when chatters say, what are you playing next? 5 minutes into a segment.
Yes, my lord.
I know, he's making everybody uncomfortable with his level of aggression, dude. He's gonna open it up and it's gonna be like a box of cereal he ordered on Amazon. Oh, okay, sorry, hey, come back here, sorry. Sorry, yeah, this is mine, I ordered it. Stop. I'm just trying to keep the wheels greased here, okay? I like any game that allows you to go War of the Monsters mode.
The bearers and those who sheltered them.
What, hammer with a bunch of little axe blades on the end of it? Okay. Hang on. Just gonna ignite on you real quick. Oh my god, he almost no-sold the ignition, man. Big whoop, big whoop. So you knocked me a little bit. So you got a car. That don't impress me much. So you got a car, but do you have the touch? How about a limit break into this super gouge, into this wicked wheel, fully break you, follow it up with an ignition, into an ult. I got so many tools in the toolbox, man. Oh, she's just walking into him. Come on. Cast an ice shard or something. Oh, you're in a world of hurt. Because I'm going limit break mode. I got too many tools in the toolbox, man. Are you seeing like all the stuff I have available to me now?
Sick of Torgal.
Not my finest stagger, but you know what? I mean, he's still dead.
You know what to do, boy.
What did I tell you? He's a fraud. You cooked him. I have killed multiple gods, including myself.
You deserved so much better. All of these people did.
Acting on the orders of the Duchess, eh? We knew Eastpool was harbouring bearers. Thought they were safe enough hidden up here, but someone must have let slip.
I think it was Bernard.
Come to us sooner, none of this would have had to happen. Fuck!
My mother always did despise bearers. The way Father embraced them when the other nations spat on them as slaves. The way an accident of birth gave them a power that others lacked.
The way I don't hate you, not even a little, not even a bit, not even at
I
all.
just wanted to be free.
This world judges that a crime punishable by death. Which is why we're going to change it.
We're gonna change it to 25 years to life in prison. Not death anymore. That's too
Got
much.
your own stuff to be getting on with.
We do.
This guy looks like Moriarty from Sherlock with a different
In
haircut.
that case, we should head back and tell Sid.
Tell
you
me
had a
I'm wrong
change of
about that
heart.
one.
He was always on it yet to join us.
All right.
He does! OMG, he does!
Another excursion.
I told you I'm not face blind.
Aye. Can I leave you lot
You
to
think
take care
Gav
of
is the
things
secret
here?
final boss?
Of course.
Gav is definitely Bahamut Neo.
All of you.
We just haven't seen him get mad because he's so in control of his emotions.
When you're ready, then.
Icon of the nose. Just becomes a huge pair of nostrils. 100-foot tall pair of nostrils.
Now, rats, lead me to your nest.
Quite the chin.
Lord Kupka has a message for your leader. If only he knew where to send it.
He's monologuing. Forehead guy. Hang on, just wait. First, we got to speak to the blacksmith. Well, no, you know what? First, we should level our... We should buy new stuff, then level it at the blacksmith. Gaia Blade is worse than Invictus. Equip Mishan Cross is better than Goldwork Sash. Battle Change is worse than... You got nothing. You got nothing for me. Meet the Jeff Probst when I lose a challenge. What was that when I said you don't have anything for me? You know, it'd be a good sketch for our sketch comedy show. It's like a rip-off of Survivor, but the host says, okay, Ryan, I hope you've enjoyed having immunity for a week. I'm going to need that idol back. And then I go to give it to him, and then I go, nope. And he goes, okay, but seriously. And then I hug it really tight, and I go, I don't think so, Jeff. You can have it. I'm going to need the idol back. Nope. As long as I hold this, I'm immune. It could work, man. Too similar to Zipline? Not at all. You're going to tell me a sketch is too similar to I Think You Should Leave? The show where all of the sketches are like a weird guy is in an office? Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice... You ever wonder how they built stuff like this?
And the last of our farmholds in the eastern provinces has succumbed to the blight.
Without their yield, you'll be hard
Creative mode. You got me.
If there is a capital by then,
Jeremy
the
Irons
black
looking.
creeps closer as we speak.
And yet you do naught but bawl and bluster.
Here we go. Who invited this guy?
If it is fertile land the Empire requires, we need but look south.
If you mean the crystalline Dominion's holdings, we are bound by mutual accord. Theirs is a neutral state whose borders we have sworn to respect.
Gentlemen, did we swear to see our people
My man's sitting on a marble love seat. You think he's gonna listen to reason? No, of course, my liege. Forgive us, my liege.
The gates of Oriflamme buckle at the flood of those come seeking refuge from the Blight. If there is not grain enough to feed
Your
those
chalky
within our
milk,
walls,
sire.
how, pray tell, will we feed those without? But instead of setting your minds to riddles such as these, you lock horns with an enemy from across the
Hostile
sea,
architecture ass
sending our
bench.
soldiers to the slaughter in their thousands. And you fancy yourselves leaders of men.
He's got me. He's sussed me out. I'm not a real man.
Without her citizens. We are but their
My father was a wheat thresher. I'm just a.
If their land is
I'm
being
just a
wrested
fraud.
away, it is our
The
duty to
imposter.
claim new lands for them.
You cannot mean a war of conquest.
That is exactly what I mean. It is time we expanded our dominion. This is the will of great Grieger.
Of course, Great Grieger. Of course. Well, if it's the will of Great Grieger.
Then we must find a way to distract the citizenry. But how much will that cost?
And what of our legions? Shall we raise the furs? Well, someone will have to contend with the Dalmex.
Of course, the Dalmex. I didn't forget about the Dalmex.
Not much to do.
What are the Furds? Nobody tell them, please. Let's just point and laugh. They don't know what the Furds are. No, that feels good.
Where is my son?
He doesn't know what the Furds
The
are.
Lord Prince is currently garrisoned at the Strait of Author. If it please you, I can send word requesting his immediate return to the Holy Capital.
That won't be necessary.
Yo, he's
Tell
doing
him
the walk,
instead
though.
to see to his wounds. Bahamut's strength will be needed again.
Am I crazy, or is he kind of getting a little Cat Williams with it? He is. OMG, he does.
I must have misheard. You mean to tell me that the mother crystals are the reason the world is dying? Are you mad?
I have been called that on occasion, but no, not today.
I didn't see him get beat up by a middle schooler.
Seen it firsthand.
He didn't get beat up by a middle schooler. He got jumped by a group of large 12-year-olds, okay?
Drive its ether, not even the rats.
One-on-one, I think Cat Williams would take the 12-year-old, but he got
I spent years searching for
he got
it
harangued.
until I saw it standing right in front of me. There, in the self-same crystals we look to for their so-called blessing. All right, listen. Take this crystal. How does it allow us to conjure magics? Answer, by drawing ambient ether from the air. And where do these crystals come from?
The ground.
That's easy. They're mined from the mother crystals.
Oh, that's what I was gonna. That was my second guess.
And the same. Although admittedly this here fits more easily in the pocket.
But the mother crystals are massive. Some as large as mountains.
So you see the problem. Imagine just how much ether can be drawn by something that size. As to where it's all going, mind, well, I can't know everything, can I?
We are taught that the mother crystals are divine. Their ether a gift from the heavens. For centuries, nations have fought and fallen for want of that gift. If what you say is true, how did no one else see it?
Who says they didn't? Maybe the truth was inconvenient.
I see what you did there. It's an allegory for climate change.
Inconvenient to whom, exactly?
This crystal is giving mother right now.
gods themselves?
So now you want to do something about the crystals? And what? We're not helping bearers and dominants anymore.
I didn't say that. I made a promise and I intend to keep it.
But
if we continue down this path, there's only one fate that awaits the realm. And we can't very well set our people free if they're all lying dead in a blighted ditch. Not if we want to create a place where they can live on their own terms anyway. Sort of defeats the purpose. So, if we have to bring the old world crashing down in order to build us a new one.
That was the wrong time to have the PS5 controller resting on my groin. What happened? You're not gonna believe this one, Doctor. Have you ever heard of haptic feedback?
Your faith.
I picked it up for that one.
You could have just said I.
Oh, let's stretch it out a little bit, man. Ooh, 5 hours of an RPG with no bathroom break. What am I, like 12 years old again? I'm enjoying it because I know Apollo will probably start playing the game tomorrow at 10 a.m. and he'll get to the final boss Sunday at 10 p.m. and then he'll quit on the final boss. He'll say it's just not worth it. What's the point? I beat 98% of the game. I don't need to beat the final boss just to say I beat the game. So true. Shots fired, shots fired. Based way to play? I think it's based to quit video games if you're not having fun with them anymore. Have you played 97%? No, I'm probably like 20-ish% of the way through the game if I had to guess. But I don't know. Don't take my guess too seriously because I don't know how long it is. Well, we'll be back on Monday. I don't know exactly what we're going to do on Monday. We're going to keep some momentum up on Final Fantasy 16 for sure. I don't know. Honestly, I gotta wait till the weekend's over so I can look at my calendar and then figure out how it's going. So I'm not gonna promise anything on Monday just yet. If you look at the home screen, it'll give you a percentage. Oh, really? Is that a percentage of trophies or a percentage of like the way through the story game, through the story mode? One story from your games. Sir, there is new news about Crash Bandicoot 4. New video clip. In my peripheral vision, I thought that was from the intimacy scene. And I was like, I didn't clip that! You guys gotta believe me, I didn't clip that! 8%? No. Game progress 30%. Played 5 hours, but also 2 hours of the demo. It's like 3%. Come on. Oh. Bing, 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 bing. Okay, Kate is live. I will send you over there. Enjoy the rest of your evening and your weekend. I will be back on Monday. See you then. I don't know. What do you want me to say? See you then.
You know, can I tell you the funniest thing? So, like, when you get muscle ache, right, you're supposed to massage it out, right? And then Ryan, like, when he was in, I don't know, it's like way back, like 8 or 9 years ago or something, maybe even 10 years ago, when he was in his 20s, he'd be like, oh, I think I slept really wrong. I couldn't move my neck. Every time I move my neck, it hurts really bad. And then I was like, well, then you gotta stretch those out, or it's just gonna get worse. And he's like, I don't believe in those stretches. And I was like, what are you talking about? You gotta like massage it out, you gotta stretch it out, or it's gonna get worse over time. And he's like, no, that is such a myth. When you have a muscle pain, you just let it be. If you let it be, then it will get better instead of like you trying to get like stretches or massages, because then like you're gonna like F it up. And I was like, what are you talking about, dude? And then, like, for, like, the whole day, he, like, he looked so stupid because, like, he was, like, trying his best not to move his head because his neck hurt so bad. And I was like, I cannot, like, watch you doing this. Like, it's so, like, funny at the same time, so painful. Like, can I just, like, massage it so that, like, you can move your neck? And he's like, no, don't touch it, don't touch it. You're gonna make it worse. And I was like, I was so ready to, like, karate chop him. But that was our very, like, we were only dating for, like, a year and a half. So I didn't make an impression that I was, a bossy lady. So I just like, alright, you do you. Next day, oh, my neck even hurts more. What's wrong? And I'm like, I told you, dude. And then I think, like, 2 years later, similar thing happened. But then after that, you know, I was already, like, married to him and everything. So I'm just like, come over here. I'm gonna, like, massage that pain away. And then he's like, oh, I don't trust you. And I was like, come over here or I'm gonna punch you. And then he's like, okay. And then he's like, actually, feels a lot better. And now, whenever he gets muscle pain, he goes like, okay, can you, like, punch me here? And I said, okay. Boom. And he's like, oh, that's better. He had, like, a back pain. And then, I was, like, giving him, like, the knuckle. Like, I was like, like, just freaking, like, destroying his muscle. And then he's like, oh my gosh, did you hear that? And I was like, what? And he's like, it felt like you crushed, like, a block of ice. And now it feels so much better. Like, you're a god. And I was like, what can I say? I'm pretty dang good. Apparently I crushed this, like ice cube of muscle. Have you ever been to chiropractor, Kate? Yeah. You will not believe, but my uncle is chiropractor. And then, like, when I was younger, I went to my uncle's office. And then he, like, you know what? Let me feel your spine, Kate. And I was like, okay. And then he would, like, just like a little footnote, my uncle, he's like, he's not like the kindness, like, not the kind type of uncle. He's like a low-key type of uncle. He, like, feels my spine and he goes like, your spine is frigged up. And I was like, what do you mean my spine is frigged up? And I think I was like 16 back then. And it's like, it's all like, you're like fucking crooked, you're like frigged. And I was like so scared because, like, I was 16. I was like, oh no, please fix my spine. And he's like, all right, lie down, face up, try to, like, get your feet together. And then I was like, okay. And then he goes like, you see how one leg is longer than the other? It's because your hip bone is out of whack. And I was like, oh no. And then he's like, if you don't get that corrected, you're gonna, like, have, like, fucked up spine as you're growing up. And I was like, please fix me. And then he gets this, like, knuckle punching, what do you call those? Like knuckle braces or something? Like, he gets those in. And then, he's like, alright, turn around. And then he goes like, ka-dong, 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 ka-dong. And I was like, my spine! My spine! And then he goes like, relax your neck, because if you don't, I might kill you. And I was like, oh, and then he like, dung, dung, and then like, he like turned my neck like assassin. And apparently if I didn't like, if I had like tension there, like, he might have killed me. Oh man. And then I told the story to Ryan, and then it's like, chiropractor is like pseudoscience. It's not real doctor. It's fake. And I was like, what? And I got all that treatment. I got all that insults for fake. There's no real evidence that it helps. Oh. Apparently he made a YouTube channel, and he told me to subscribe to his chiropractor YouTube channel, and I was like, what am I gonna do there, dude? And then he told me to bring my followers, my subscribers to his YouTube channel and subscribe, and I'm like, I will never do that. You should definitely do that. Why? He fixed your spine and hips and you won't even subscribe? Well, you guys just said it's extremely fake. He didn't do shit. You just told me it's fake, and then now you're telling me he fixed my spine? Yeah, but his family? Barely. Barely. He's the mean uncle. I tell you guys the story about how, like, he punched me when I was, like, 5. What do you mean, what? I told you this story, dude. He, like, knuckle sandwiched me when I was 5. I was watching TV, and then he goes, like, he lived in US. Well, I guess he lives in US. But even back then, he lived in US. And then, for summer break, he came to Korea, and then he, like, lived in my house for, like, a month. And then he just, like, came home, and then suddenly he's like, hey, Kate, get out of here. Give me the remote controller. And I was like, no, I'm watching something. And then he's like, give the remote controller or else. And I was like, what do you mean or else? And then he, like, knuckle sandwiched me. And then I was like, stop. And he's like, no. For a girl like you who doesn't listen, you need a treatment like this. Grrr! And I was like, what the fuck? I'm gonna tell him, mom. And then he's like, whatever. You tell mom, I don't give a shit. So, like, every time he saw me, he beat me up. And then the funny thing, my sister didn't even try to stop him. And I was crying, man. I was like, please help. And then my sister is like, you guys are annoying. My sister is like, you and uncle, they're both annoying. I'm out of here. Because she's like, she was like the teenager vibe. He was like, you guys are so annoying. And then I told my mom, and then my mom was like, hey, don't beat my daughter. And that was it. And my uncle was like, you tell your mom? And I was like, I said I will. And then he's like, come over here. And then he, like, freaking beat me up again. Another Kate childhood trauma, it never ends. Yeah, what the hell, dude? If you actually see, crimes and stuff like that back in, like, the late 90s and, like, early 2000s in South Korea, I'm so surprised that I made it alive there. There's so many crimes and, like, insane, like, what would you call those? Like legit, there were so much of, like, cult that, like, I don't know, like, maybe it was, like, as high as, like, 30% of people fell into cult and then, like, lost all their money. And then there was, like, collapsion of, like, the huge department store, and then, like, hundreds of people died. There's so many shit that happened in late 90s and, like, early 2000s that, like, I was like, what the fuck? How did I survive? Rubbing your knuckles on someone's head? Yeah, but then it was like, it wasn't just one knuckle, it was both knuckles. On, like, on the temples. But then, like, it wasn't just like yoink. It was more like grinding, like grrr, like that, like a drill for like 5 minutes. And I was like, stop! Hurts so bad. He complained about Boston from the very beginning. Which was weird. Because when I first went to Boston, I really loved Boston. I loved everything about Boston. Until I brought Ryan to Boston. And then he started to complain. And I'm just like, keep talking. I think I'm agreeing with you. And then now I'm like, I think like we both hate Boston now. When I went to Boston by myself for the first time, because I was auditioning for my master's degree in the New England Conservatory of Music School, which is like one of the like best music school in the world. Sometimes it's actually rated higher than Juilliard. But when I was there, I was like, I love Boston. I want to be in Boston. I love everything about Boston. And then I went back to Boston for PAX East. And then Ryan started saying, like, Boston sucks. And I'm like, I feel like this guy's knows what he's talking about. and then now I'm like, you know what, you're right. I think we both hate Boston. I think the one of the thing that was like kind of like you know, like the 3 out for me was that Boston, their last call for the beer is like midnight. And I'm just like, bro, midnight? That's like when the drink starts. You know what I mean? In Vancouver, the last call is 2 a.m. But like anywhere in Boston, last call is like midnight. And that's like the good places. Most of them, like, they just like end at like 9 p.m. And then like we're like, where can we go drink? And then like there's no place open. They're all closed. And I'm like, what the hell, dude? Boston has no nightlife, it's true. And then I think, so it was Robert, he bought a pitcher of beer, thinking that like like, you know, I will get this round. He bought the pitcher, and then we were like, he poured us beer, but then there was still like half a pitcher left, and like half a pitcher left, and then the guy goes like, hey, we have to close, so like get out of here. And we were like, what? You just poured us the pitcher of beer. How are we supposed to get out? And he's like, just drink fast. And we were like, oh. And then Robert was like, don't worry, guys, I got this. And then he just like drank half a pitcher, just like in 2 minutes. I was like, man, like, you must feel terrible. And then Robert was like, nah, dude, this is all good. This is like how my party life was. And I was just like, all right, Mr. Big Guy. And then this was a different time. But when we were in New York, Robert lives in New York, Manhattan. And then he was walking backwards. And then he got trapped by the tree fence. And then fell inside of the tree. And that made me laugh. And it still makes me laugh. Cause like there was no reason for Robert to walk backwards. He was like walking backwards, just like I'm the New Yorker, you know, like he was like showing off kind of thing, like doing the swag walk, like, you know, and then he freaking like fell. Oh man, that was funny. Hey, I'm walking backwards here. The New Yorkers, like, I don't know what they got with the, I don't know, man, but I have never seen Ryan angry at people, but that was the day that Ryan was angry at Robert. Then and I was like, oh my gosh, it scared me. Cause what happened was like we drank lots of beer. It was like 2 a.m. And then Robert was like, since you're in New York, you gotta eat the New York pizza. And then we were like, okay. We're just hungry, so like we can eat anything. It doesn't have to be pizza. But then Robert is like, nah, dude, you have to eat New York pizza. You cannot go, cause like we had to leave, I think like the day after or something, or the next day or something like that. So he's like, you cannot leave New York without eating the New York pizza. And we're like, fine, okay, take us there. And then he's like, okay, it's only gonna be like 10-minute walk. And then, you know, like, we're like, okay, well, let's, like, what's the address, or what's the name of this place? Let's put it on the Google map. And then he's like, nah, dude. The great thing about New York is that every street is numbered. So if the restaurant is, like, let's say on the 15th Avenue, then you gotta go towards the number that's getting bigger. If the number of the street is getting smaller, then you're going the wrong direction. So all you just gotta do is just follow the number, and then you get to the place. It's so easy. You don't even need Google Map. And then we're like, okay, I guess you're the local. Take us there. And then I think we might have actually been walking for 2 hours. At this point, it's 4 a.m. Everyone's tired. Everyone just wants to go home. But then Robert is like, nah, you gotta eat this New York pizza. And then, like, there's just, like, shawarma, like, the food cart, like, the food, the truck. And then we're like, can we not just eat the shawarma, please? And then Robert's like, no, guys, come on, it's right there, it's around the corner. And then finally Ryan spoke out loud, and he's like, Robert, stop! We're gonna take the Uber and we're getting out of here. We're going back to hotel. And I was like so scared. I was like, whoa, are you okay? And then Ryan's like, no! We've been walking for 2 hours, searching for this stupid New York pizza, and it just does not exist, okay? We're just going back. And then Ryan like pulled out his cell phone, called the Uber, and we got on and we went back to the hotel. I've never seen Ryan angry ever in my life. That was like literally one and only time I've seen Ryan angry. When we just like left. And Ryan, every time I mention it, Ryan goes like, it's still, apparently that incident still pisses him off, he says. Like, Robert, we asked him to put the address in the Google map, but then he like refused to do so. And he made us to walk around, and it was like, what? It was like early December, so it was cold. It was cold, it was dark, it was like 2 a.m, like we're walking outside for 2 hours, like it was just terrible. And Robert was just like, oh man, that was so funny. I have no idea where this was. I don't even know which pizza place that Robert was trying to take us to. He refused to tell us the name of the place because he didn't want us to Google map the place. So he just like, just follow me. We're just going the right way. And we just walked for 2 hours. Did you guys ever figure out which pizza place it was? No! Ryan believes that Robert was just drunk and he was just like making up a fantasy place or something. He's like, there's pizza places everywhere. Just like, we'll just stumble upon it while we walk on this street. Because there are some like restaurants on this street. And then we walk for 2 hours. And then there was nothing. Everything was closed. Because it was like freaking like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Rightfully so. I don't think any pizza place will be open during that time. Okay, so next week, Wednesday, there will be no stream because we will be moving. It's gonna be, I think we're gonna start moving at like 7:30 in the morning or something crazy. They were like, we like to start the moving like in the early like time of the day. So I was like, oh, okay, like 10, and they're like, nah, like 7:30. I'm just like, but I think it might just the Wednesday. Cause like what happened was we ordered new desks for the new place. But then the new desk will not arrive until the 4th of July. Or maybe even 5th of July. So there's like a week and a half gap of not having a desk. So what we're gonna do is that we're just gonna leave our computer and all that stuff here in our current place. So even though we're going to move next week Wednesday, you won't be able to see our new place until maybe around 5th of July, something around there. Are you guys streaming on the floor? No! We're just gonna leave the computer. So what we're gonna do is like, we're just gonna use our current place just to work. And then once we're done working, we're just gonna go home. But yeah, we have to commute back and forth for a week and a half. But like, I mean, what can I do? Do you want us to stream on the floor? Come on, dude. This is the only way it makes sense. Why is that so funny? That is not funny, dude. It's not funny. Cause streamers having a work commute. Dude, excuse me, Dan Giesling has been doing that for years, like at least like 6 or 7 years. He has always been commuting to work. Yeah, but that's Dan. What do you mean, yeah, but that's Dan? Did you know that moving is so stressful to people that the stress level is equivalent to someone being passed away, like someone like your family member being like passed away is like the same stress level. So like the moving and like some relative being dead is like same stress level. And I was like, so true. But I think I found a way to kind of manage the stress. It's super stressful if you were to do everything in one day. So like for example, like if you were to like let's say your rent ends on like the 30th of the month or like the 31st or whatever, like the last day of the month. If you were to move on that last day, then like you have to move everything, and then after you move it, you have to call in like the cleaners, like the move out cleaners to clean the place. So like you're literally having like a 20-hour day, and then all the things that you have moved in the new place, you now have to take time to like unpack it, and then even after you unpack it, you might have to call the cable guy, start up like the new internet, call the internet guy, change the address for like all the like bills or letters or whatever that's coming at your mailbox. Like you have to change all the addresses. Like it's so much shit happens when you move. But then if you do that in one day, it's like so hectic and so stressful. Especially like I learned from moving many times in my life, that if you were to like, let's say like, oh, I want the internet guy to come today and get the internet done, it never gets done that day. Either they never show up or they're late, and then something goes wrong or the cable is broken, and then they need to like reschedule for another guy to actually like get a new cable throughout the whole building. Like something always happens with the internet all the time. So like I realized that like if you have luxury to do it not all in one day is the best way to go. So like what I did is that since start of this week, like since Monday, I've been packing and moving little by little, and then unpacking into the new place. So like when we do move officially on Wednesday, we're basically just moving big furnitures like bed or like couch or something like that. And we don't have to worry about unpacking like all these like small stuff or where things go in the drawer and whatnot. So by the time when the Wednesday rolls out, there won't be much of things to be like unpacked in the new place. So once we move on Wednesday, like I think within an hour or two, I'll be done unpacking. Cause I would wake up, well, like the night before I would pack all the stuff, and then I do the daycare drop off, and then I go to the new place. I move all the stuff that I packed into the new place, and then I organize everything and I unpack everything in the new place, and then I rush home. And then I think this week from Monday to Friday, I had someone come in every day. So it was like internet guy, we had the blinder guy, today I had the move-in cleaners. Like there was like so many like guys like appointments that we had it like every day. And then that's good because once we move, I don't have to worry about that stuff. Like all I have to worry about is just unpacking a little bit and I'll be all done. But I think the nightmare of organization was today. Today was like the worst day because I had to organize Luna's bathroom with all the stuff, like bathroom stuff, and then like the master bedroom's bathroom stuff with all my stuff. And I mean, like, to be fair, Luna's bathroom stuff, Ryan's bathroom stuff, there is basically nothing. For Ryan, it's like a shaver and that's it. For Luna, it's just a bunch of bath toys and that's it. For me, I don't know why but I have like 55 lotions, 55 skin toners, 55 face masks, 55 55 different shit, everything, dude. And I'm just like, when I was like unpacking shit, I'm just like, damn, why do I have so much lotion? Lotion for every different part. Lotion for hand, lotion for fucking eyes, lotion for face, lotion for hair, lotion for like everything. I don't know, like, why do I have so much shit, dude? Dude, there is like actually like eye creams. There, because like the eye wrinkles, you gotta take control of that. It's eye cream. It's, and then like the toners, like I have so many different toners. Like one toner is to like keep it moist, and one toner is to just like, so that like you don't feel like you got any like anything on your face, so it feels nice. And it's just like so many different shit. And I'm just like, my god, and I want to throw a bunch of stuff away. But then they were all expensive. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna use it someday. And then for some reason I have like 3 different makeup removal. And then I think for people, 3 makeup removal is not that bad for people who wear makeup daily. But I almost never ever wear makeup. But I have 3 different makeup removal, and I'm just like, why? Why do I have 3 different makeup removal? I like, maybe once a year I'll wear makeup. Like, I never wear makeup. Why do I have so many freaking like different types of makeup removal? Like, so many different, like, and then like I like different perfumes. I never freaking ever wear a perfume. If I wear perfume, I sneeze for like all day. So I rarely use perfume, but I got so many perfumes, like, I don't know. And then like so many people, when they give you like gifts, they always give you like the luxury hand lotion gift and stuff. So now I got this expensive hand lotion, like the like 3 of them, but I don't know what to do with them. I'm like, I don't really use hand lotion either. I don't know, man. I'm like, so much of bathroom shit. Like, you don't, and then when you buy makeup shit or lotion or whatever, the like Sephora or whatever, they always give you free samples. And you cannot say no to free samples. So you always pick free samples, and now I got bags of free samples, and I cannot throw those away because I feel bad. Because I'm like, I'm gonna use it one day, and I'm just like, and I just got so much shit, dude. No, I already organized it in the new place. You might be surprised of all the shit that I have brought up. I managed to fit it in our like small drawers of the bathroom. And, like, I threw out very little. I actually threw out very little. I don't know how I did that. I even after I finished organizing, which took, like, 3 hours. Because, like, I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, there's too much lotions. But, like, it took me 3 hours. But even after 3 hours, I was like, how did I do that? I'm, like, actually a wizard. How did I manage to fit 55 lotions, 55 toners, 55 face masks, like, in all, like, small drawer, dude. Like, I don't even know. I'm actually, like, a Tetris master plus. And I managed to throw out, like, very, very little. It's, like, insane. You gotta donate some of it. Like I said, I barely threw out anything. I don't know how, but I did. I just managed to get it all in there. And it's like, I know it sounds so stupid, and I'm sure if you're like Ryan, you go like, why do you need 55 lotions? If you just got a body lotion, just use that body lotion until it's empty, and then once it's empty, buy a new one. You know, why do you have like half full body lotion, and then another full body lotion, and then another body lotion? It's just like, it's hard to explain, okay? Because like one body lotion, it keeps you very, very nice and moist during wintertime when it's very dry. But then if you were to use that during summertime when it's very humid, it's like, it feels like kind of gross, right? It's just like, it's like, it's too moist. So like, I used a little less moist body lotion for summertime. So now there's 2. And then there's one that smells really nice. Like, it doesn't really benefit with like all the moisture in the skin, but sometimes it smells like really nice. So when I want to smell really nice sometimes, I want to use that lotion. And it's just like, you know, there's so many like shit, and then you go like, ah, that seems nice, and you buy it, and you become like 55 lotions. Ah! So like anywhere when I was unpacking, anywhere in the house was so well organized and looked so neat. But then when I see the bathroom sink on my side, it's like so much shit. There's still so much shit. But I couldn't throw them away because I still do use them. I just use a lot of them. So it's like, you see how I have like so much. It's like, I don't even know if I would say like makeup, but like, you know, like beauty related stuff. It's just because they make them, so many of them, and I try not to buy them, but like I see like, oh, this thing gives me pimple, and I try the other one, and like, oh, that one's better, and then you just now like hoard a whole bunch of them, and then they do like Christmas limited edition special smell one. So like, for example, Kiehl's, they make really nice body lotion, but then they have like, they only sell the grapefruit scent body lotion only during Christmas season. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I love the smell, but I don't know why they don't sell it every day. They only sell it during Christmas time. So I ended up buying a whole lot of it, so that when I run out of it, I can just use a new one, so I don't have to wait for every Christmas. And now I just got like new body lotions sitting in the drawer. It's not my fault. It's their fault. They should just always keep running the grapefruit scented body lotion. But I remember when I was young, I barely had even a single lotion. But look at me now. And then like there is this night mask, and what they are is that like you wear it before you go to sleep, but it's not actually like a physical mask. It's just like really, really thick lotion that you put it on your face, and then you wear it like, or you put it on your face before you go to sleep. It dries up, you wake up, you wash your face, and it feels like your face feels like super nice. And like, I don't know how to describe it. It's by Dr. Jart. Like, it's such a great night mask. And I've been using it, and I love it so much that I bought a new one, even though like the one that I'm currently using has not run out yet. So it's like, there's so much shit. The pain. But it's okay, it's all done. I was able to pack them all and managed to unpack them and organize it in the new place. So today I actually did a miracle. I was able to put some like miracle organization in my like a beauty lotion collection, I guess. Like, why couldn't they just like, you know, be like lotion and that's it? Why do they have like lotion that, lotion with the vitamin E, lotion with the vitamin D? Like, so much shit. Like, they just saw, you're like, they're making the consumer in pain of choices. I'm gonna troll Kate and send her even more lotions. No, please don't. Like, I actually got 3 hand lotions. I forgot the brand. Apparently it is like the most expensive hand lotion brand or something. I'm pretty sure like the value of the 3 hand lotions I got was like $200 or something. But like, I don't use hand lotion, but then I don't want to throw away, but I don't want to re-gift the gift. So I'm just like, I just have it. If you're not gonna use it, well, but then like, I might use it. You know, you never know. I might use it one day. It's just, you don't understand. It's just the pain. You know how like, when you have high potion in your inventory and you know you don't need it, you're not gonna sell that high potion because like, just in case you might need that high potion. You know what I mean? It's like that. It's like, you kind of like, you wish that you don't want to use the high potion, but you cannot not use the high potion sometimes. And you don't want to get rid of high potion especially. It's like, oh, The pain. The pain! And like what's worse in games is like even if you don't need high potion, you end up buying 99 of them just so that like you never die. But imagine your game character hauling 99 bottles of high potion. That gotta be insanely heavy. That is me IRL. Except I don't have 99 toners, 99 lotions. I'm a little better than that, but so man, no. And then I go, where's my money? Where's my money? So true, so true. I think I'm not hoarder. I don't think I'm like near hoarder. I think I'm just like normal. Like female normal. Cause like male normal, I know Ryan is literally a lotion. It's like a single lotion and that's it. It's like that's all I need. I'm not that. That's like a lot for a guy. Wait, hold on. He has a face wash and a lotion. So like actually it might be a lot. 2 products. Holy moly. Face wash is normal but not the lotion. How do you not put the lotion on your face after the face wash? Don't you feel like it's so effing dry? I have to have lotion. Or like my face feels so dry. I like it dry. Ah! You're crazy! I have to lotion my face after a shower. I hate it otherwise. Exactly. Me too. Like the first thing I do after shower is to put lotion on my face. Or like it feels so dry. Like I hate it so much. Yeah, see? Farm Flame understands it too. We in this. Lotion buddy. But anyways. But yeah, the plan for next week is that the Wednesday is the moving day. So probably no stream on Wednesday. But should be able to stream on Thursday and stuff. Unless I pulled my back muscle and then I'm like crippled. And I go, oh, Chad, I cannot get up. Oh. But anyways, thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you guys all on Monday. Have a good weekend, guys. See you. Bye-bye.
I love it when he becomes Mario. His name's Mario and he bounces on the shells. Some of these levels are hotter than the hells. And when he spins, he can survive a spiny shell. Mario, Rio, please do better, please do well.